Well, it's Inferno, it's the map pick of NiP, and Team Liquid with a CT start. Lot of utility here, spread amongst the guys. Interesting to note, Fallen bought a bit of this and dropped it into play along with NAF onto these armored players. While this is happening, NiP, they are all the way up long. They are wrapping CT.
And hearing this, they definitely hear this.
Yeah, now they hear it. Now they hear it, but still, like, it's weird. This is a very odd little pistol. And Liquid, they try to battle back into Banana, but that leaves them in the firing line of device. He doesn't know about a third. He thinks he's done it. And oh, no, baby. He's dead. And that's Hampers to get it. Just Grim and EliGE, they were throwing these smokes earlier on. Well, now they've got to put them to good use.
That's so confusing. He was trying to flash his teammate down bottom mid there. They really thought they cleaned it up. They saw the two nades, but there was a third man to fly in the ointment. And don't put that on your face. S-Tag will led to the face of Grim and EliGE in a 1-on-3. Spat through the smoke. He can't get comfortable. It's S-Tag to close and NiP to take the pistol. I love the pace of that, man. Obviously, NiP find a gap. They get very fortunate with the read in running up long while there's a triple B setup, the one thing that was open for them. And just the pace of that chase with one man in Banana. Liquid try to funnel their way back to Car, and that's when they get really punished by Device. Great setup there for NiP. The tides aren't changing, not yet at least.
Well, those are some good nades.
Yeah, I'll do.
Ampus looking a little worse for wear at the end of that one.
There's a couple more as well. Got to watch out.
I like it as well. They throw that nade. It's that quick rotate back towards A. And you're hoping that NiP go, oh, they've nade stacked B, right? Then let's pick up the pace, go for the A hit. And you're already set up here. Good to go. Still smokes to fall back on as well. You can use this to slow down this exec from NiP. But they might not give you the time to get these smokes out. They run down the short side. Ooh. They're in your face. Falling down in the pit, gonna get dropped on by S-Tag. And
terrifying.
Yeah, NAF and Stewie, they've got to run for the hills. Back to that B site, back with a save.
Never fun, but better than the alternative, which is death. NiP will just keep their guns. You could send the MAC-10s out to hunt right at the very end, but not the end of the world if you don't. Just keeping your own rounds clean. Definitely going to be a map where we need more from Fallen, right? We need to get that AWP in early. If NiP are going to continue to run these quick disrespect plays, having Fallen locking down the long side or fighting down Banana, could be a way in for Liquid. Grim was a top performer for them back on the previous map. But for NiP, it's hard to find the weak spot. Plopsky was bottom, but like, you know, it wasn't like he was struggling. It was more like, oh, everyone was stealing all the kills. And when Plopsky's like 6-12 and you're winning that quick, it's a good sign.
Yeah, and I just think this has been such a sound map for NiP as well. Like, I'm hard pressed to see ways for Liquid to get back in. It would make it even more impressive if they do. But, you know, this is a NiP that have probably set themselves some high standards, especially after how Blast went. You know, like that's your initial event with S-Tag in. That's where you figure out the teething problems. Then you went back and addressed them. You tried to fix them, and you wanna feel some kind of reward for all that effort.
Hampers is getting bullied. Last time by nades, this time by the P250 tapped down middle over the smoke, but they won't finish him. As long as the numbers are still up for NiP, they're going to try and trade their way into the stack. Don't know about it yet, but should be of limited problems. Especially if they have a long lurker as well. You don't really have the weaponry to stop this. In fact, we've got players open to long here for Liquid with P250s. Not really the gun for the job. EliGE going to get chased. They're just making noise to bait for S-Tag, who's coming in, and now the backstab is here. Oh, he hasn't cleared the site. He's looking for rotates that won't arrive. Everyone's hiding, and back and forth, a total mess. One that Liquid actually looked pretty good in, all things considered. Definitely didn't consider the 5-man stack there, or the 4-man stack, but NiP get it under wrap.
Part of me really wish that Grim had found that kill, man, because then it would have been Hampus from really early on in the round. 2L to try and win it. And it was a really nice little hold out of him. Look, that double tap, and he even lands the dink here, down to 35 points of health. But now the guns come through. Now you get to see that AWP on Fallen, and he's taking it over the middle. He looks like he wants to take a bit of a peek here.
Got flashed off.
Nades exchanged, and they come out massively in favor of Team Liquid.
Can they grab Banana back, though? We do have that early rotate after lobbing util. EliGE's out. Stewie almost steps too deep in the molly, but it fades. And now NiP are going to start to take that control. Liquid have had enough of the car. Going to go to the back seat, hop in the boot, or they call it the trunk.
Yeah, but we don't talk about the elephant in the room, Hugo. That's the thing. NiP now grouping over towards Banana. Sending the bomb in as well. Might want to take some of this top mid control away. Often that's the case, right? You, at the very, very least, want to try and restrict the info that Liquid have access to, and Hampus might do even more than that. He has heard Fallen rotating away, and there is a huge timing for him to hit. That flash spooked him a bit. They might have heard that gun firing off, and yeah, Fallen has. He's come back to try and deal with it, but timing's been missed once more. Fallen does not know it. Hampus has gotten past him. What's occurring? Look at this. There we go. Hampus will deal with Fallen eventually. Stewie's left fighting a Banana. Good for one. Naf tries to hold the line, but Hampus bids him adieu, and that there is the B bomb site locked in for NiP. Grim and EliGE, so far removed, might just have to save. That was weird as hell. Here we go.
Try a Hampus flank. I remember a Hampus flank. He was full of them on Mirage as well, just hopping out B while NiP are running AXX, you know? It's looking good. Lovely little timing hit, just beats Fallen to the angle on long, and then, you know, the footsteps, that gives it away. You see how Liquid try and react. They try and get those Banana kills quick because they know while the flank's coming in, Hampus can time himself perfectly. He doesn't need to rush that one. He knows the threat, the pressure, the presence of a man in your own spawn is enough on the minds of Liquid. So they try and push forward. Stewie almost takes a double. If he could bring down Rez with him, maybe there was still hope, but instead Liquid just have to throw in the towel and give NiP the lead even further forward, 4-0.
Oh man, Liquid are throwing another buy together. Obviously you got those saved guns, so it makes you want to do it, but it's still going to have its limitations. It means that it could get off to a real rip-roaring start, right? Like, you got the MP9 on Fallen. Everyone else pretty well off. And AWP going to be a kind of distant memory for the time being. NiP continuing to take this one in their stride, much like Mirage earlier in the series. Hampus even getting boosted over the lip of this smoke. That is grimy, man.
Ooh, early leave of B. It's not a bad call. NiP look like they're ready to commit. Device is still holding the flank. That option is open if they want to double back. Let's see how that brackets take goes. It's going to be free as can be. Liquid not fighting for it. Stewie's actually now the solo B plays, taking that util from Naf. And re-smoke bottom B. That might just force NiP's hand. Device can call it. They can just commit if they please. Although, maybe a mid to B. You got the deep smoke coming in through Archway. 2 CTs here to deal with them. Oh, he could come through. EliGE is holding his nerve. Naf getting spotted, trapped in the corner. And EliGE just spam. You don't often see the A1S lose that fight. They find him through the smoke. Now wrapping that 1B player, Stewie, with a single Molotov and the world on his shoulders.
Kind of obscene how much NiP have already elected to go for these mid to B wraps. Stewie, back at the B site, 30 seconds, down with the first. They know he's here. That molly trying to waste even more time off of NiP.
Nice try.
He gives it all he's got, right? I don't think you could have really asked for more out of him, but it was never going to be a Team Liquid round. And I don't know, man, like the mood in these camps is just so different. When we cut to these NiP camps, they're being loud, they're smiling, they're high-fiving each other. The mood seems really good. Looking a lot more you know, kind of reserved, maybe even accepting of what's happening right now on the side of Team Liquid.
Like they're logged into their office job from home, right? On the Zoom call, cam on, trying to pay attention. Whereas S-Tag's trying to get in their heads. Takes his headset off. Doesn't hear anything back, though. Not much yelling from the Liquid side. Not much to celebrate. Not yet. Fallen yet to frag. Trying to scout down middle, and EliGE gets spammed through apartments. Reasonable. It's one way to start it. 2 on B, but they're only pistols, and Hampus wants a piece of the pie. He wants the whole damn cake. A couple of kills into that site, and he is hunting. Hampus just does not let go of that W key until appropriate. Tag down low, he'll give it up. There's a scout chasing him. Grim is still stuck back on A. Look at NiP in ult mid, Harry. They're only using 3 men for the execute. It's that unthreatening. They're already hunting before the bomb is down.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Stand. Gotta jump. One more.
Oh. All right, Fallen.
He's on the board.
First, nice. More dies shortly thereafter, and you know it doesn't really make a big difference in the long run. Yeah, I don't know, man. Team Liquid, like, where do we even begin? That's kind of my issue. Is it's like it just feels like there's problems all across the board. You know, you've maybe had a couple of nice moments. Like Stewie has occasionally done stuff over towards this B bomb site when he's getting split, but normally he's getting split, and that's a really rough place to find yourself. Fallen having a real quiet game to open up here. You know, just a bit of a non-starter so far. They're gonna call in the pause, but I see Fallen talking a little bit down there.
This is their best buy yet, right? They've got the orb, they've got all the util they could possibly desire. So, important to get focused up before you go into it.
So something that has been good for them, this nade damage down Banana has been stellar time and time again. Like, that's one of the wild things, you know, it was back when we were talking to Golden, you know, of Fnatic fame, he always used to say, like, yeah, more often than not, the team that's winning that utility battle at Banana will go on to win the round. Well, that is not, you know, that's been so far from the truth for Liquid. It feels like they're getting 50 damage nades off time and time again.
Well, to be honest, even if NiP are starting in B and like getting beat by nades even here, like they're never ending in B unless they're wrapping spawn. The one way that's lovely, thrown deep in the apartments, you could see S-Tag saw nothing. Fallen had a nice tasty gap, and EliGE chows down on Hampus. This is more like it.
Yeah.
Liquid looking reinvigorated, and a 5-on-2 ensues. Now, this is where you don't get ahead of yourself and think the round is over, because NiP are feeling it, and they want to make magic happen. Device. The star himself moving up back to B. Pre-rotate for EliGE, trying to pad out this bomb site before things get weird. And luckily, Liquid's stoic enough, not making the mistake of getting aggressive or overconfident. They know what's at stake. They need a clean round. It's not just about getting there first. It's about making sure your money isn't just on the edge of getting beaten. Double smoke, wasting NiP's time. And eventually, you're going to have to go.
Yeah, it's the presence of this third man here that should be the deal sealer. They've spotted Stewie, he's got their attention, but up here on the boost, able to swing with EliGE in CT, is NAF just waiting patiently. More util going out, just anything to waste time off the clock. Now you've dropped the bomb, nade's done good damage, but like everyone suddenly wants to get involved, have their chance at a kill, and so there's Team Liquid on the board in round number 7. It takes them a long while, but honestly, you know, that was actually a dominant round for them. You know, they hit the ground running. They have Fallen to open up with that little one-way over in the apartments. As NiP is scrambling to get those trades, that's where the rest of the gang finds success. That was a nice, clean round out of Team Liquid.
Yeah, do it again, and again, and again. That's the aim. But is it the game? Because NiP are coming in well aware of this Hawp as well, now that Fallen is starting to pick up form. Sat back long side chilling, you know, he's been getting flashed off mid-insta if he tries to go for this peak, so doesn't want to be the bearer of bad news for Liquid.
Yeah, the bad news bearer, I think is the
Nice.
title.
Shout out PTR one time.
So now, a long smoke. A large side, little library side, they're coming for you at long, mate. They they want to take this off of you, Fallen, and that molly is combined with the nade.
Ouch.
That was cool, man. They throw it in tandem. Fallen was always going to wait for that molly to come in, right? Because he's not even sure if they've got one at that point in time. And he's like, okay, 100 HP, molly hits the ground. As the nade goes off, it goes from 100 to like 10 in the blink of an eye. And he's dead before he can even pull the pin. Nice little wombo combo to find that opener for NiP.
Yeah, very standard round, right? They get the A pick, they spread the defense 2-2, and now they just go and pop B with a full execute. They're going to wait the smoke. The pressure is not on NiP right now. Liquid have got to be feeling it. Still S-Attack lurking, looking for ult kills as NiP just get ready to run it. Smoke and nade in the spawn. Only Nap in the site to really fight for it. Hampus is dead. They're going to go back, though. They've lost the lurker. Now this bomb is retreating into unknown territory. At least it's only max 1. Grim gets back in the pit. He's done some miraculous things from this position, but NiP are coming in numbers. EliGE, good cross shot, doubles up, and Grim is cleared, but it should be fine. Oh, maybe I speak too soon.
Yeah, that's a gnarly shot out of Rez. Still the 1v2 to find, and Stewie has got it locked in. Already up on that fast rotate, all the way through, Banana up into the top of middle. And just a little too fast for Rez, who wasn't prepared for someone to be right there. All right, Team Liquid. All things considered, like the fact they're able to stumble back to their feet after losing Fallen in a way that was just untradeable, right? Going 4 on 5 down. This is that nade like combo, right? They double nade with the molly. Nothing he could do. It threw all the timings off for him. And then you go on to actually win that out. I think Grim does a really good job of staying alive down in the pit, dealing with that lurk, buying time for the rotations. EliGE obviously helping him out with the crossfire from Library was great. NiP, you know, may be outbraining themselves. I think that's something they are guilty of with these T-sides from time to time. We've seen the statistics. We know that they struggle here more often than not.
Got a flash to pop Stewie back in. Over it goes, Molly rather. Rez will spot him retaking Banana. Oh no, don't you dare. Oh, Stewie goes through, he just doesn't care, does he? Full send. Eventually gonna have to give it up. It's a nice try. Hampus. I love the gold AK, especially with the shader settings. Looking luscious. NiP now taking middle. Liquid have pulled back a 4th player here. Stewie's so low, though. He'd really love the AWP. Fallen says no. And so he goes back to his bomb site. Go sit on the stairs. Think about what you've done. I'm actually surprised he didn't get the AWP there, for whatever reason.
Hang on a moment, that flash is monumental! Grim sets EliGE up for one hell of a mowdown! Ooh, yeah!
That's more like it.
That's some synergy for you.
Sick flat. I mean, who is that standing just by Boiler? Hands in the face. Not moving. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And great shots out of the
See, like, man, you know, considering the whole story with this Liquid squad is kind of, yeah, nothing to lose, right? Last hurrah, almost. I would love to see more stuff like that. I think that up until now, it's been pretty timid for the most part. Yeah. Like, feels like you could almost sense rounds were over before they were even over. Whereas there, it's like, yeah, we know they're top middle. We know that they're setting up for the A play. Screw it, Grim. You got a pop flash, right? Set me up. Nice stuff. Device going to open up this round with his AWP. Falling on the receiving end of that one. Not an easy man to warp up against his Device. This early advantage might put a bit of pressure on, you know, some of these A players just to get something for it. Like, you don't want to feel like you've just given up, you know, not only a player, but you want something to gain. You want information, you want map control. And so by forcing S-Tag out of the apartments, You've spotted him on the lurk, you forced the reposition out of NiP, and you made them taper off with this A control. That's going to make it a lot harder for NiP to rotate back to A now. They might just all in this B bomb site as a result.
Last time they had this 5-on-4, right, they went back and they lost, didn't they, with Grim in the pit. So this is a far more standard round. They just run it down B, NiP with a kill. Teammate gone, though, and he won't last long. S-Tag cutting off rotations. They knew he was here earlier, but it's forced Grim on the long route round, and he will go out the door and get found by S-Tag. EliGE just going to have to save here. That's a nice change from NiP, right? Like they, you know, last time, not even like overcomplicated, but they just faked out B and they doubled back and it didn't work out. They just go, screw it, max 2 here, we'll probably be fine. And so they are. S-Tag kills both rotates this time around, and NiP find a 7th. Really building in this T side. We get like shimmers and flashes of brilliance from Liquid, some clean rounds here and there, but by and large, this is a NiP game to lose. And they want playoffs here in Sweden. How much are Liquid going to be able to stand in their way?
Triple set towards B. It feels like they know we might have a return to this attempt to take Banana. And so that's Hampus caught on the receiving end. NiP, they actually fully up and leave this B side of the map. Wonder if that's something to do with Hampus saying, yeah, I saw a lot of them there. Utility raining down, a third man chimed in. Stewie has pushed all the way down through Banana, so he's going to be on this backstab, but might not ever be needed if EliGE can shut them down on the shot. Whoa! Deviced through Graveyard. He's gone, mate. There is still this flank coming up through middle, and so there's Stewie 2K, as promised.
Okay, these rounds are starting to get a little bit wild now.
A little bit weird, isn't it?
He's off the leash. He had a quiet one. You know, he wasn't bottom of the board or anything, but definitely wasn't having this kind of impact in that first map. No one really was except Grim, and right now EliGE is just beasting. Doesn't matter how good the orb shot is, though. Liquid lock in 4. Oh. Very pretty. I'm seeing the Nomad knife, Harry, come back. It's making an appearance. The weird and wacky animation. The finger cut. I was a Nomad before it was cool. Just want to throw that in.
Do you still have it?
In my inventory, yeah. It's not active.
Nice. I went to the Talon.
Yeah.
Infinite Inspect.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Now look, falling. There we go. That's more like it. Inspect that animation, Luke Hampus. Get wrecked. Grim dropping down into the pit. Nades are good, nades are meaty, but Grim with a response. Dude, EliGE has missed a multi-kill on short every time.
Doesn't need vision, doesn't need eyes.
Every time they come up short, man, EliGE, the turret, just holding it down.
And he got the Navaja. That's also pretty nice. You know, we got some underrated knife skins in the game today. I'm not much of a skin guy.
Give me a top 30 underrated skins in Counter-Strike.
Coming in at number 29 on WatchMojo.com.
It's like, yeah.
Skins that you didn't know had an Infinite Inspect animation.
Oh, no.
Up next.
Oh, no. This is going to become a real thing now, Hugo. You've willed it into existence.
I'm sorry. I regret nothing. All right, we've got that Big Daddy falling on the top. Peeking it deep down B. Oh, he falls off as Hampus walks the edge. Even the rotate out of B, leaving alone this orb. Oh no, they always make me doubt it. Stewie's going back and forth, asking for the orb. No. Please? No. Back to where he goes. Reinforcing this bomb site while Hampus lurks alone.
If they go short into EliGE and he kills 3 again, I don't know.
Maybe he comes to them. You never know. No one's.
That's true. I mean, he's done that before as well.
Okay, this is cool.
Okay.
It's all a bait. That smoke there. No worry to NiP. They're coming up short side. There is one man making a move, making magic happen. Device. Chill. Knocks down NiP before the trade is in, and now it's Grim out of the pit, unleashed, and he even gets back safe after 1.
Yeah, but now he's got to hold the line, right? He's lost EliGE. Grim's here alone, trying to win the round single-handedly for Team Liquid. Battling back from the pit. Here's Hampus going up and over, but can't win that fight. And Fallen, 1v2. He wants to give it a go. He swapped the AWP out for the AK, and he's going to walk this smoke. Oh, they've heard him. They hear the footsteps. Fallen tries his hand at the transfer. It's a good effort, but no rewards for that. It's an NiP round at the end of the day. Finally breaking this A-hold apart, man. It feels like they've been going back to that time and time again. It's almost like, you know, they kind of take this as a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, finding EliGE after one, that certainly helps. You know, that's the big difference maker in that one. Spray transfer that you dream of right there for Fallen. If only it could hit the final shot. All you need is one in the right place. 8-5 now. NiP win the half. Worst case, but they want a little bit more. Oh my goodness, EliGE. Oh, this is as NA as it gets. He's got the edge of the smoke as a one-way. It's shame there are two Ts there. Esatag will trade, keeping things even. But I admire the confidence. You said you wanted a bit more of that from Liquid. That's what you get, but again, only one. And it feels like that isn't enough given how many rounds EliGE has saved here for Liquid in the CT side. NiP throws some util towards B, keep Liquid's attention a few more seconds. But if this is going to work, if this is going to happen, they've got to hit A quick, because we've seen Liquid regain this info, and they're regularly rotating and leaving this AWP alone B. NAF will make sure that happens again. NiP got to go.
Yeah, there's this double pit setup between Stewie and Grim right now. It's really good for an apps drop. It really is good at stopping it, right? If Grim is able to get one, tuck back in, they try to drop down and deal with him, and that's where Stewie pounces. Oh, what if Grim just gets them all single-handedly? Because that's what he's doing right now. It's only Rez left, and there's Stewie pouncing. Perfect time for that setup in the pit. It leaves you a little vulnerable to things like long, to things like short. It's a lot harder to hold there. But for apps, it's damn near perfect. And of course, that's the time that NiP decides to bring that play in.
Yeah, contact as well. You know, you get the idea behind it. They don't want to telegraph it. They just want to catch you off guard, especially after they've just shown face on Banana. But yeah, Liquid knew it was coming, man. They had the B info. No flash means Grim has full vision and lovely shots from the FAMAS. Last round of the half now, and Fallen going to do what EliGE tried. It's a forced buy-in for NiP. Oh, don't check the corner. Naf gets drive-by. Luckily, the flash for Stewie keeps this round alive for Liquid. He gets back to B and climbs up top as well. Taking the long route to quad. And with double mollies, with flashes following, NiP can't commit, not yet.
Man, at this point, with all the utility you just heard, like raining through CT, you know you've at least spooked Team Liquid out of position for a moment. You've made one of these sites maybe a little bit easier than normal. If they group and go into A, they've got themselves that 3-on-2 there that they would love to have. Fallen's AWP long, looking like it's going to be that first point of contact. Smoke going over might just get him off the angle altogether, but no, it's the deep one. So they do have to get past this AWP, and that's easier said than done.
Half's closing moments. Device might need to save the day, or Liquid are going to edge out 7. Fallen, oh, baited out. He's got to run. He cannot escape. Plopsky's got a weapon now. He's got an AWP. There could still be hope for NiP in this round. They get weird with it, but they don't have time to waste. 30 seconds. The Banana pushes in. EliGE going to fast flank this one. Even if they find Grim, they're not going to get given much room in that post plant. Plopsky could spam pit, could try, could check. He's looking right at him, but scopes up, and that's when Grim pokes his head out of his hidey hole. Fake for Device, gives him the one-on-one, but as said, EliGE closing the gap. You're not going to get much room. 1 health for Device in a 1-on-2.
Here's the footsteps of one running up the short side. There's the swing, and yeah, man, 1 point of health. Never really much of a chance, so it's a neck-and-neck finish at the end of that half. Liquid, do they have it in them to pull this back on NiP's map pick, or are things just getting started with a NiP CT side still to come? chance. But we know that T-sides haven't exactly been the strongest talking point for this NiP squad, right? As they move into this second half on their map pick. Hugo, do you find yourself a believer in NiP? Or are you looking at Liquid with some, you know, heart eyes on?
Heart eyes, like the emoji.
Like the emoji.
Okay, cool. I'm leaning NiP, Harry.
The emoji movie, perhaps.
Yeah, probably not. I'm leaning NiP's way. I think any rational person would. As you said, you
like
just
a NiP emoji.
Yeah, sure, probably banned, but that's fine. Oh, okay. Well, Liquid let off the leash, perhaps. Raw dogged it into the B-bomb site. They've got their way in, and they almost had a plant. Plopsky, it's a bit of a gap in the smoke. Threw it on the fly. Fair enough. It's going to delay the plant for a second, and Naf cuts down the flank from Hampus. He knows Hampus likes a backline or two. Plopsky double swung by Stewie and Grim, and now a dink to device. This should be all said and done. This should be Liquid locked in with a pistol round. An equalizer, a comeback. Let's find out.
It should just be a formality here. I'd like to think Device doesn't win this 1v2 at 4 points of health. Thankfully, he does not. Grim will swing out, lock it in. Lovely little openers from Stewie 2K. And it was quite nice hearing Liquid talking to one another there. You know, the vibe's still sounding all right, in spite of, you know, being a map down in this series, staring elimination dead in the face. And still keeping composed.
Yeah, I mean, if we get more of that from Liquid, like a confident T-side, faster rounds. Obviously, it's difficult when the guns come out and we start having utility and orbs available for NiP, but I would like to see Liquid, you know, freestyling it a little bit more. That would be fun. Oh, Stewie crouches under the scout. And it all goes quiet.
Yeah, the magical Deve. Set up over here towards short. And just going for the smoke delay play right now. They are wrapping long. I like this. Device is like, okay, where can I hide? Let's get up into the apartments, maybe. Now, you might want to venture in there. He can't know that Abs is clear, but it is. NiP still maintaining this triple B stack. Liquid not wrapping CT. Instead, they've sent EliGE into the library. Fallen's now clearing the short side. Device, you are running out of time to get into the apartments. Oh, he's so close to safety. Yes, yes. Oh, it's like he can feel it. It's like he can feel it. By seconds, by the skin of his teeth, he's not dead and has hidden himself away. Now, does that matter in the long run? It shouldn't do. And Liquid, you know, they're not dumb here. They know they haven't cleared the apartments. They know this is a possibility. And
or the pit, apparently.
Now they wrap him and deal with him like we were never even worried. Easy.
What he said. Yeah, 9 rounds. All right. At what point do we start getting worried for NiP, I think is the question. Not yet, of course, with us yet to see gun rounds from this team, but Liquid with a little lead and an anti-eco to follow. Plus, very clean round, keeping 3 out of 3 rifles in all guns. NiP at least get the respect of a save, but will that respect dwindle?
Still got nades to play with. And get a little airstrike raining in. Now leading all these nades over here towards B. 3 going up more alt mid for Liquid, so these nades, if they come in, you know, at best, maybe going to get you 1 kill.
They're all lining them up right now. Device not looking dissuaded.
I feel like we're just watching the same round again.
Yeah,
like, pretty much everything about it is the same thus far. Only this time, Device does not have the apartments to hide in to keep himself safe.
I like the flash there for Stewie because you know that it essentially clears the corner. If you throw it right, you would hear if it impacted someone. So, you know, not only are you flashing anyone deep on long or library, but also you're clearing the corner for free or for cheap. No need for a nade. Moonwalking back to B. What could go wrong?
Yeah, it's, you know, like with everything in life, it's probably fine. And that's always the mindset, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably fine, but
just do it.
Then occasionally those things that are probably fine aren't fine, and this could be one of those. Flash in towards top banana. Plopsky gets the info that this is the B play. They bring back Hampus into the stack. Come Team Liquid. Hampus runs through, but it's Fallen and Stu to mop up the first two. And now Just Rez. Only guy left over towards B. And yeah, it's probably fine, isn't it? 10 on the board for Team Liquid. They're up in the lead and they break through that stack.
Yeah, I'd bet on it being absolutely fine. In fact, kills are not even being given to NiP. Exits are the aim of the game. Rez going to try and move in. Oh, EliGE, he's hungry. Oh, Stewie steals and Fallen helps out. It's a nice, easy round for Liquid again with Gun surviving. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Are NiP actually going to lose their map pick? Or will they come in and save the day now they've got guns in their hands? Got to give it to Liquid though. Like they looked pretty cold, not only on Mirage but even at the start of this map.
Yeah, bro, they did not look in it at all. I really thought this was gonna be a stomp, if I'm being honest. But it's nice to see that resilience, you know, still in effect. And like whenever we've heard the team comms, it doesn't sound as quiet. It doesn't even look as sad anymore. Like, man, when I was looking at them on the camera before, it looked like I was like watching an advert. Like I had to like give charitably to these guys, mate, with the faces they're pulling. And now, you know, now we're seeing smiles again, double digits secured. This is more like it. Can they win this first rifle round? This would really help the longevity of Team Liquid here.
Every 60 seconds that passes, Liquid lose another round. Only you can help. EliGE is so low now. Liquid, sneaky beaky through the apartments, nosing out the house. The rest of them running up B, loud and proud as well. Molotov ready to drop at the feet. When Liquid do commit, they're trying to be allowed. They're trying to sell this one as they double back with the bomb to the A site. NAF is deep up in the apartments. You haven't done much to the rotates. Device is just leaving, though. That might be good enough. Wonder if that stays the same. NAF has been smoked off. He might just have to go through. 20 seconds. Liquid are grouping on short side. Device is nowhere to be seen. Hampers, hook, line, and sinker been faked out here, but the Molotov is perfect. Liquid had to go through and they get mauled. Oh my goodness. It's a slaughter. The two-man hold and not a point of damage done.
Ah, there's the feeling that all Liquid fans know and love.
Yes. It comes crashing down upon all of us eventually.
Yeah, you know, it's not the end of the world because you take a lot of like damage trying to grab your early map control there, right? Guys like EliGE are worse for wear, and he came into it with the MP5 SD anyway. To call it a bonus round feels a little disingenuous because it was 4 rifles. So, you know, you were definitely hoping for things to look a little prettier than that. Yeah. But you still come in with the reinvestment here. You haven't reached like the end of your tether just yet. The biggest downside really is how clean that was for NiP and what that does for their ability to withstand losses. It's fast, it's aggressive in this round, and Rez puts up 3.
Ballet dancing, mate, pivoting on the pole. He only does it on Friday night.
Yeah, I was gonna that ain't ballet, but you know, just as beautiful. Here's Fallen, 1v4 down towards the bottom of Banana. Looking for a way back in, and Plopsky only shows him the tip, but that's all he needs.
Rez taught him well, side by side. And yeah, man, I'd pay for a private show. This is quite a lesson Liquid are getting taught in these last couple of gun rounds. Clean as can be for NiP. Check this, like left, right, left. Those are the moves. Try it at home, put it on TikTok. 10-10. And broken by now for Liquid. All it took was guns. That's what we were alluding to, right? We were waiting for the rifles to come out on this CT side. It's where NiP love to let loose. And this round is sure to be no exception with Glocks and Deagles. Liquid are already getting slattered all over the floor. EliGE does grab a Deag and a gun. Oh, he just about gets away. Yeah, the one shot, that's nice from EliGE. Style points. A1S wouldn't have cut it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, as good as EliGE is, mate, this is not a nice spot to be in. Device decapitates him. And retakes that lead for NiP. Liquid, they might have got the pistol, they might have got the conversions. Things might have been feeling good there, but this is the true test. If you couldn't do it versus the rifles, then you couldn't do it at all. Device bringing that AWP out and falling, not blessed with one on the other side. So this is where things could get pretty rough.
Triple P from the get-go as well, got those nades. There's no exception. Gonna try and flash himself into a fight. I like that flash as well. You can't even see it come over the roof. It's perfectly blocked, so Liquid don't get a warning. They just get white and have to give it up. Deep banana utility, or he preemptively smokes that Molotov. Even if you don't go here, if you're Liquid, oh, they're going. Oh, they're going all right. Propsky jumping, shooting, blinded, gets at least a 1-for-1, but you want to cut your losses because they are indeed losses for NiP. A lot of util, and you don't really get the map control anymore. Luckily, Devices come in to sweeten the deal. 4-on-4, and a quick dry peek is perfect for Deve. 4-on-3, and Liquid. It's not easy street.
Oh, I thought you were going to call him Devis for some reason. Here's Hampus. Holding down the long side, fallen, and almost enough. Bomb now retrieved. Him and Stewie looking to join back up, looking to fight this one together. And who knows if Rez offers this kill up, is NAF ready for it? Rez is faster on the trigger. Stewie might have seen him crossing. I'm not even sure if he did. No. It's weird on that timing.
Not much you can do about it. I think at this point you work it out, right? You've got bottom boiler mollied. Gonna go clear the stairs. Rez is so accurate though. Stewie with a spray, good conversion, but 20 seconds, man, and Esatag is already here. If he mollies, he just wins the round. But he's gonna keep it low and slow, keep it quiet. Device on long, and Stewie gets picked, flying out the air. Couldn't even see yet. 12-10, and NiP, ever since they've been given guns, 4 in a row, and like that's the closest one it's been. The rest were pretty one-sided, pretty dominant. So no pressure. Remember, quarterfinals here. They are tomorrow. Then, a few days off, and back with the semis and grand final. Oh, they're going for it.
Oh, Hampus. Okay, that's a bit of a red herring. Now they're tagging you through the bedroom wall as well, but he's still eyes forward, eyes front. Rez might be here, and he's holding it down, mate. That is a wonderful little double push in through the apartments out of Liquid. Out of NiP, rather. That's gnarly. I love it because Rez is getting spammed like that whole time by the player over at the stairs, and he's bailed out in a very big way. NiP, 13-10. Now there's the reinvestment out of Team Liquid. But we are getting at that point where if they don't win a round soon, then they might never win a round at all since these guns have come out.
That's just insane, though. Like, yeah, impressive stuff for NiP. Not massively surprising, but we were getting a lot more for Liquid, and then someone just turned the tap off.
Plus, like, man, you know, you think about what's coming up. You think about playoffs. I think it is better for the storylines, the tournament as a whole, for NiP to be the ones in that position, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
especially when, like, yeah, we wanted more from them at the major even, but thinking about that, falling to G2, so the finalists in the quarters, that one hurt. And hey, they couldn't do it in front of the crowd, but at least in the hometown, at least here in Sweden, going out with a bang. 5-on-4 for NiP, and that's off the back of Device picking EliGE in middle. EliGE just kept up his performance from the CT side, right? It wasn't just these heavy-handed multi-kills on the A site. He's Been trying to piece together things here for Liquid on T2. Plopsky can give this up if he wants, but take one with you at least. And oh, he's fighting for his life, and that's beautiful for Plopsky.
Wow.
3 kills. Why give it up when you can just take the round by storm, by force?
We mentioned it, like back on Mirage, he was bottom of the board, but it was more just like,
Save some for me.
yeah, I'm never really in the right place. Well, here he's taking full onus of long over on Inferno.
Oh, I'm going to miss threat behind the NiP boys.
Man, why you gotta hit us in the fields like that? This, you know, we're meant to be riding the high. Now you remind me that, yeah, threat looking to step down, gonna move away from his coaching role.
Yeah, more behind the scenes position still involved, but either way, NiP, this is one hell of a run right now. This streak from 10-8 to 14 rounds. That's 6 if you can't count.
God, and even you know, for Liquid here, having to take a partial bye up against this scoreline, like you're saying, okay, we have faith in our rifle rounds, but we need to win that and then go on to, you know, get 5 in a row.
Or first and then second, all the way to the 5th, and then do it again in overtime.
It's not going to be easy, but when's it ever been easy for Team Liquid? Grim opens up onto Device. There is the response out of Rez.
From Dev is to Dev was. Dead in the water. Drowned by Liquid. Back to B. Look at Hampus, man. He's just trying to get involved. He thought they would commit hard off that pick, and now it's awkward because the smoke has faded and he can't flank. I mean, he can flank. He can do whatever he wants. Hampus is his own man. He's a big boy, and he'll show him. 1 kill. Good luck getting out now. The nade's not going to save your life. It may even end it as NiP hunts him down through the fire, and now running towards B. Liquid. Plopsky's here just in time. I feel like a molly would definitely stop it, but a smoke won't, and the nade is not going to deter them either. Liquid go ham. They go hard. They go through into B.
As Tag and Rez still on the scene, still looking to reach 15. Smoking the way for now, and this is going to give a bit of time for Team Liquid to get set up. No one's looking to face. They're all tucking in.
Loads of nades.
And that one that Rez is throwing now, this could be the first domino to fall. Fallen has got no choice but to swing. Now, S-Tag was never peeking with that. Rez, there's a little transfer, but will die at the hands of EliGE. Only S-Tag left. The molly forces another fight out, but EliGE is keen to win those.
Honestly, I'm shocked Liquid win that. Like,
That
the
is
util
huge.
is so good. Yeah, maybe some miscoms. Like we've already heard, obviously, S-Tag talk about, you know, the communication side of the team. But even so, like the molly comes in back to new box. No one's fighting. No one stops Fallen from leaving his position. And yeah, EliGE just saves the day with that double kill. We were saying he was at least keeping it consistent on this T side, and that is a great example. Both kills in the post plant when Fallen had nothing to play with had to happen, and so it shall. 14 to 11. Liquid, they break the streak. They get on the board. This, as we know, can reinvigorate you. And an eco win as well pumps you full of money. NiP just going to try and pump you full of lead, and that's a great grenade from Liquid. They won the banana nade fight on both halves, really. Oh, Grim. Smoke ready just in case it spreads, and Plopsky's getting burnt at B as well. NiP been bullied by utility. Not even seen a man this round. Any more flashes?
Yeah, right? You just hear them popping off every couple of seconds. I mean, it's just this barrage utility fighting for banana. Eventually, Liquid are going to start to get the control they were looking for. Still the triple lean towards this B site out of NiP. Liquid, they might be about to make some moves here.
Splitting B. Gotta clear the corner. At any point, Hampus can swing, and so he shall, but EliGE is wider than ready. And another opening kill. Red's gonna re-aggress, try and get involved, and Stewie just nails him as well. Liquid, life being blown back into their lungs, staying alive right now in this map, in this tournament. And finding a 12th round, that forces NiP's hand. They've got to go home, save their weapons. we have a game on our hands.
Yeah, sort of funny detail there is that, like, I think it was Grim was leaning over towards B with Fallen originally, like, trying to sell a bit of a fake. He throws in that, you know, like, CT cross smoke, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, and he drops that over, and obviously, when you see that combined with the kill over on A, like, you know it's the A play at that point, right? There's no way they were going to try and fight you at B or, like, go for the CT push after you've heard nothing, and they throw that specific smoke. So all of NiP knew it was the A play, but it's like, listen up, Rez, if you don't take a bunch down with you, bud, we are just going to have to save. And that's kind of a grim scenario to find yourself in. Liquid are not out of this one just yet. They are starting to close this gap once more. Save there for NiP. It's going to come in handy. Going to keep them competitive, keep them fighting. Timeout called in as well.
Yeah, first one. That just shows how NiP haven't felt any pressure in this game, even when they were down, you know, not going into the second half, but 8 rounds on T side, they lose pistol, they get converted, it's 10-8, and we're wondering, like, okay, NiP, they're not even getting kills on this eco, but we're still not stressed for them. And that gets shown by the fact the second the guns come out, NiP run away with a streak of 6. And now it has been silenced. A couple of signs of life from Liquid and NiP. They just want to stem the bleeding real quick. Definitely not a done game, not a done deal. Nuke as a decider would be a banger. Can Liquid get us there?
Oh, we're back to the triple B lean early on. Device is up, not a part of that. Instead, he's taking it over into the apartments, getting set up there, trying to put a stop to some of this defaulting that Liquid have been getting up to. Frequently, they've been getting that top mid, getting top banana, really restricting the info that NiP have access to. Might see more of an effort to hold on to these positions in this round, and the utility banana is just kind of screaming that, yeah, we don't want to give this up. Good bit of damage. My God, the flash is just getting traded either which way, man. It is brutal here.
Oh, no ammo, run.
You got to get out. You got to concede eventually. You do still have, you know, a... actually, I was going to say you have a smoke. No, you don't, mate. You got nothing. So you can't even stop a B rush. You've had to call now for Hampus to come back round with that molly. And you can see he's in like 2 minds about this. I think NiP have been a little overzealous with this utility down towards Banana, and they're realizing that now. Luckily enough, this is going to start to pull Hampus over. It's good that Team Liquid, well, bad for them, good for NiP, that they've gone silent over on this A site, because now Hampus has made the decision, okay, I'll come round with my Incendiary. I've got this for the push. They've got to go running through it on the side of Team Liquid, and this is just slowing it all down. They're vulnerable to the nades. They're melted by them. And as they try to cross, S-Tag and Hampus light them up, looking to lock in 15 for NiP.
I mean, you said it yourself, couldn't have been a better call for Hampus to get back into B there. Both Plopsky and S-Tag had no utility left, and so the molly, that is a pitch-perfect molly, and the reason why is he stalls it, and you see, and you're getting worried, like, are Liquid going to get through this? No, it does a perfect thing of cutting off the first man. Fallen gets in, because he has to, because he's already committed by the time that molly comes down, but no one can trade him. Even if Fallen, like, gets a kill there, it's going to fall on dead ears. The molly slows the rest of Liquid. You know they're stuck behind the molly, so what does he do? Instantly nade it, and everyone gets tagged. And then obviously 3 players shooting smokes and spamming a hit into B. It was never going to work for Liquid. Yeah, that's just the worst case scenario for Liquid, and not much they can even do about it. Just well-timed utility usage from NiP, and that is at least locked in the guarantee of overtime. But NiP don't want overtime. They barely want a 3rd map. They want to close it here and now.
Man, it is just so crazy to me, like the hairs that are being split here. Liquid have done well to make this so competitive.
Commendable. It's not over.
No, not at all. Especially, you know, this is something you said earlier on. They had a really rough start to Mirage, man. They looked like they were done. They looked out of it. But they've been able to at least get this close, but they don't want that to be their legacy. They want to complete this comeback.
Oh, we saw him.
Hampus and EliGE, they're spotting one another.
Oh, no, I thought he just bursted him. It was a nade down B instead. Now have to find Hampus. Good spot for EliGE. He almost walked to his own death there. but the cover is in. And under the cover of Device, middle is cleared. Device saw that player, locked into the left side, but there's another one where that came from. Fallen moving in off alt mid.
I'm scared about Boiler right now.
Yep.
Is in there.
Nothing's nice.
Oh, now he's seeing another. He's just seeing little bits of people, and there's Fallen on the receiving end finally.
Stinging fingers.
Nice actually catches the fall glimpse. No longer a blurry picture. He's nailed the shot, and well, just one man left to beat. NiP has come in with the kill. But a 1-on-3 needed to keep Liquid here at IEM Winter. It's not looking good for him. Onto the AWP, doing what he can, takes one to the grave, but it's NiP soldiering forward, and Team Liquid, their journey ends here and now as they fall 0-2 to the hands of NiP.